Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and I specifically want to talk about Secret Invasion and what every Dungeon Master can learn from the new Disney Marvel Secret Invasion show. There's going to be spoilers for all of Secret Invasion here, which is really the number one story of Nick Fury. We've never really seen an entire movie or an entire show focused on Nick Fury. It really kind of brings up the question of, like, I think you might be able to have a Nick Fury Marvel movie, right? Like, it's extremely well done, but there's a lot here, and what I want to talk about today is women in combat. It's a major theme right now. We have been waiting for a long time for there to be an unmitigated success with a woman-led actioner. Okay, so what I mean by this is, like, Die Hard. Die Hard is an absolute, like, smash hit, right? Like, unmitigated, and that's the point. Is I think there are a lot of mitigated woman-led actioners, and so what's the bar, right? A trilogy, right? Did it get a trilogy? And was it massively commercially successful? And was it fan received? And was it even critically acclaimed, right? And the reality is, Die Hard has done all of that, and John Wick have done all of that, and there really are no woman-led actioners at the level at achieving across the board, achieving critical, commercial, and fan reception the way these man-led actioners have. It really seems weird saying man and woman, but I think that is the preferred speech, right? So no problem. Let's keep it moving. So what does Secret Invasion do? Well, Secret Invasion is really fascinating. Secret Invasion very powerfully brings forward Emilia Clarke, right? So I loved Secret Invasion. This is a 5 out of 5 star show, but I will say the glory of this show is in the end, right? It all builds to the last episode. It's not a great ride until then, right? This show costs $200 million, but you don't see it on the screen. It looks super cheap, right? Until the last episode, and they saved all their money for the last episode. And the last episode is a unbelievable Super Skrull fight between Gravik, who's played by by Kingsley Ben-Adir, right, who was just in Barbie, and so Gravik is the one Skrull, and then the other Super Skrull is Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones, who played Daenerys. Had a tremendous run of really bringing forward this incredibly powerful dragon sorcerer, Daenerys. But the thing is, she's tiny. She's just a tiny woman. She's like, I don't even think she's 5 feet tall. Like, she's really short, right? And not just short, but petite. Using the term petite is 100% accurate, right? So the issue is she a combat platform, right? When you watch her on screen, can you believe that she is a dangerous combatant? And the answer is no. I really did not believe she was a dangerous combatant until the Super Skrull fight, right? She had a few fights, and you're like, man, I don't know, man. This I'm not really getting sold here, right? And because the reality is, our traditional concept of a combat platform is a big human who is super fast and super strong, right? And you're just not seeing that with her. And what this show was saying is it's about the powers, right? And we really have transformed. Like, right now, we have these tools in American society, and a lot of Americans have a lot of them. The whole world complains we have so many. But the world's like, man, traditional combat don't have anything to do with strength or speed. It has to do with abilities with tools, right? And this show really showed abilities with powers. And I will tell you right now, it actually really helped that final Super Skrull fight, because you were like, I don't know if I really buy, Emilia Clarke as a combat platform, right? And so you're struggling to see her that, but boy, did they prove it. They slammed the door on any doubt with that Super Skrull fight, right? So what is the takeaway for every dungeon master for this content? Well, it's very interesting. fascinating, right? Like, Hollywood has an inversion problem that we as dungeon masters have. They need to take money and make spectacular, splendorous, fantastical things and put them on the screen, and it's outrageously expensive, and it costs them everything to do it, and they have to be really frugal. As dungeon masters, we're the opposite. We can put 10 dragons on the screen immediately. We don't have any budget, right? Like, it's very easy and very, and we can allow people's imagination to fill in the gap, right? We put down representative minis, that way everybody knows the locations of the positions, but the cost is extremely low, outrageously low, compared to anything you would ever possibly see from Hollywood, right? So what is our issue? We're the exact opposite. Hollywood is very good at taking these actors and making us think, oh, their smile, their speech, you know, them sitting in a room is important, right? And the emotional beats are what Hollywood is able to do well, and we're the exact opposite. We have all these fantastical things on the screen, but we need to make those emotional beats hit, right? So we have literally the exact opposite problem of Hollywood, right? Now, Strixhaven is the Dungeons & Dragons Strixhaven canon hardback is the first D&D canon hardback to actually address this issue and help us to do this. And it has mechanics combined with social interaction, right? So that we can actually begin to tell stories the same way Hollywood does, and have those emotional beats matter in the narrative. But Hollywood is striving to match where we are, where we can put any fantastical thing we want on the screen for free. And so they need to learn from us, and we need to learn from them. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing. Have a wonderful millennium.